I've had a lot of thoughts lately, and so I just need to get them out of my head. And I think the biggest thing that is kind of on the top of my mind is that it seems to me that learning is a human need. And so I say embrace it. Don't outsource learning to AI. AI can be a useful tool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here saying AI is bad and horrible. And it does have some issues, setting aside issues about energy and resources and things like that. It can help in some specific ways, and I use it every day at work. It's really good at summarizing information. If you have a lot of quality sources you can point it at or it can work with. But even then, I often find I have to double check it. Like I can't just trust AI to get it right the first try. But nevertheless, that's useful. But it really starts to trip up when you get into kind of more nuanced corners of knowledge and understanding, where there's not a lot of good source material or not really any source material at all. So humans will always, in my mind, need to remain curious. We'll always need to learn, and we'll always need to come to understanding. So to get there, I think you really have to do those things. You have to experience. You have to do things so that you can learn from your mistakes. You can accelerate learning. You can use AI in some cases. You may also benefit from a mentor who can help you learn from their experience so you don't have to make all the mistakes. You can move a little bit faster because they can teach you. And I would say this is an interesting thing, that learning ultimately is partly a social activity. You have to talk with people so you can learn from their experience as well. And that will really kind of get you moving forward. So why am I even on this rant? Well, I've been thinking a lot about YouTube and how it's changed so massively since we started publishing videos regularly pretty much every week in 2013. So 13 years now. Back then, the DSLR video revolution was really in full swing. That is to say, for the first time, people could make incredibly cinematic looking videos that also sounded great with sub $2,000 cameras. But to make them sound great, of course, they needed a microphone and an audio recorder that was separate from the camera. And production audio recorders and microphones available at the time were not that, the expensive ones were good, but the affordable ones that could go along with your $2,000 camera were not that great. They were noisy or clunky or plasticky and not all that great. And there really weren't many, if any, good lavalier microphones under $200, and boom microphones were either really expensive or pretty noisy. So back then, affordable gear was a huge limitation to the indie video maker. And tons of people wanted to learn how to do the best work they could possibly do with really affordable gear. So there was a ton of room for learning and creating channels where we reviewed gear and talked about the best way to get the results that you were looking for. So fast forward to today, 2026, gear is much less of a barrier. There are a ton of great recorders on the market, ton of great microphones available at fairly reasonable prices. Running a video production gear review channel in 2026 is less and less tenable. It just, especially if you're trying to maintain some level of independence from the manufacturers or the product companies and sponsors and things like that. So the gear's just a lot better and cheaper in general. So gear, for the most part, has sort of plateaued when it comes to video. And I'm talking here about field recorders, audio field recorders, microphones, and cameras. Tons of popular YouTube channels have stopped posting new content in this space. So what do we do with this channel going forward? And the answer is I don't really know. But I can say this, education videos never seem to perform as well. People still have this obsession with products, new products, and learning about what the newest thing is, and so on and so forth. They don't really, but a lot of people also don't need new gear. A lot of people I think have realized, you know what I have? I have a Zoom F6 and I have a Rode NTG5, and that's good enough for me. I'm not going to get a lot of benefit from upgrading to the latest microphone or recorder at this point. I can say this though, despite all of that, I'm planning to stay curious and to keep learning. I hope you do too. And we're not shutting this channel down, so don't take any weird ideas away. Just keep on stopping by and let's keep learning together. Get out there and make some great sound. Talk to you again soon.